What's going on, guys? How we doing out there? Happy Tuesday to everyone. Yet another Tuesday. Happy to still be alive and kicking. How about you guys? What's new? What's happening? Um, so if anyone happens to remember or is watching these videos in order after the fact, I guess my first question would be, seriously? No. In case anyone actually comes across this and was watching the previous one, the issue I was facing was the fact that the nav mesh, if you remember, was like existing like a zombie. Even though it was purged out, it was still coming back, and I would have multiple nav meshes on the same area, which would make it kind of useless, pointless. It wasn't working. So if you guys remember that, let me do a refresh here. Nope, still not coming up. YouTube's a little slow today. There it is. So I bit the bullet and decided to make the big choice. And as you see, probably can't see it with the compression, but I upgraded. I finally rolled the dice and just decided to see how much damage it'd be if I upgraded. And wow, okay, I'll give Unity credit on this. It was not a headache. I had a couple of graphic shaders that I had to update. I mean, a couple of these things, especially like Will, came in pink. But I just did an update, and as far as I can tell, knock on wood, so far so good. And finally got rid of the nav mesh multiple version nightmare. So that's awesome. And now I'm up to the point where I'm getting a better handle on creating objects that I can click through, right? So they don't obscure the raycast, but also create dynamic holes, right? And that's you see here. And the nice thing about that is the thing that's better about having a dynamic versus pre-built is like these guys, right? Remember, the tables get lifted up, so we want those holes to sort of change over time. But pretty darn easy. All it requires is nav mesh obstacle and turn on carve, and carve only in stationary. That's interesting. I'll have to change that for the tables. But yeah, right now so far it's only. Whoa! You can't change this at runtime. That's new. Oh, I'm not liking that. Look at that. Oh, if I pause it, can I do it? There it is. Okay, that's interesting. They grayed out the ability to change from focused to maximized in 2022. All right, so I got to learn all the new little hiccups, but yeah. So here, check this out. So the key thing is number one. I'm obscured by the stupid tree there. There you go. So the issue I was facing before was you could see the box was blocking any clicks behind there because the collider on the scanner, the shield generator rather, was absorbing the mouse click. But we fixed that. But the other problem too was then it had no nav mesh guidance. So as a result, it was doing that thing where it just run endlessly into it. But we got both of those covered now. So check him out. He's actually going around it. Right, so now I can just like on either side. Oh, now I got the tree. I got to fix the tree. Right now, this shield generator is the only thing I have. But I mean, here, there you go. See, now it just comes right around. Perfect, absolutely perfect. That's exactly what we want here to happen. So yay that, and then of course we still have walking. And the more I start doing this, we were talking about before putting like I think I got to that before the end of yesterday, of putting like the little icons for mouse clicks. Yeah, remember we got that working, which is awesome. And I came up with an idea. You remember the problem was the fact that if you clicked on it, it would make him take off because it would go through the GUI and make contact with the ground behind there. And I came up with a creative solution. I could not figure out a way to intercept the GUI click and make it stop there without sort of like turning it up or down, which meant that it was never going to work clicking on the ground behind it, right? So yeah, here's the difference. This one obviously I have not fixed yet. So can you see a slight difference there where he just runs endlessly into it? But my solution though was kind of creative. What I do is if you click on the shield generator like this, what it's doing is actually maybe because it's actually clicking. Oh, you know what? This may be a problem that solves itself. My solution was the fact that whenever you click on the shield generator, the script would just call a stop to the nav mesh, right? So he wouldn't go anywhere. It was still kind of annoying because the little disk would appear, but I forgot about the fact that as long as I have the GUI position over the center of the nav mesh box, or the collider itself, then that should intercept any clicks beyond that. So I think we're kind of magically good just by itself. All right, so I'm going to go through the steps here. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. You can see the nav mesh. I'll turn this off. There's no reason for her to stare at it. There you go. And put that away, maybe. Like that? No? All right, still learning. Still learning 2022. But yeah, the first thing it did was it showed, I had the tab up here on 2021 for baking the mesh. And first thing it did is it took that tab and renamed it. Just put in parentheses, obsolete. It was like, it was the Unity computer equivalent of, dude. Okay. I got rid of it, and then it's like, wait, now what? And then I had to go hunt to find out how to get to the, and it's cool. The difference now is rather than having a global tab that pretty much deals with everything, now it's on a per object basis, which honestly is a lot cleaner, I think. All right. So, and then here we have this bad boy, and then what we'll do here, all right, and actually I will turn nav mesh back on for show and tell. Like that. Okay, I'm learning. All right, so then it's just primarily a matter. Oh, we do two things. Oh, the other thing I'm doing too, if you remember, this was yesterday. I came with the idea of this. So the layer is called set piece, and the beauty of that is it still works fine for Will to bump into, you know, for either the collider or the trigger. So that's all cool. But by kicking it and renaming it set piece, then I can just tell the raycast on the mouse click to push through, and that's why I'm able to click on the shield generator and it'll select the ground behind it. We may want to change that eventually. No, I mean we'll see, because I mean I still am thinking I want to do the thing where you have to make Will walk up to the object itself to get the thing to actually pop up. So we may still kind of go in that approach, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and start applying some of the crap we learned to this bad boy. So first things first, we're gonna take this. Oh, never mind. I already renamed it set piece, and I assume that's probably all the way down. I'll just do children, and I'll say drop that set piece. Yes for everybody. Okay, so if that's good, then all we need to do next is obstacle, and we say yes, definitely carve, and yeah. Not exactly where we want it, but it's easy enough to adjust. And then we'll have to do this. Remember, we're doing the swap out between the gameplay version of these planters and the cutscene versions. So each one will require this kind of build out. But let's see. Oh, you know what? Actually, that might be an interesting thing, because it might leave the cutscene version in place the whole time, because once the table lifts up, I don't think this follows. Let's see, does it move? Oh, it does. Interesting. All right. And I might be able to just animate the position of the box, because what I'm talking about is the fact that, let me move this into the right spot to begin with. Let's go. That was actually pretty good. So like so, and slide them into place here. Yeah. So we're doing this. This will be the nav mesh. Oh, I'm looking at the collider box. I need to look at this in particular. So there you go. So this way he won't go through it, right? But when the table rises up, it's gonna be offset. So, well, for example, we'll try this. Hit save. There you go. I love it. Run is now the default. We talked about that yesterday. If you want to have him walk, you have to hold the spacebar down. So we reversed it. Because after watching enough people play the demo, nobody wants to walk. Everyone wants to run, and it makes no sense to have the person constantly hold down a button for something they want to do all the time. So here we go. So he raises it up. Placeholder animation. We talked about that before. And now we're back. So, and yeah, we've got to figure out why the cutscene planter disappeared. Figure that out in a second. That was a whoops. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Now you can see the nav mesh is totally wrong, you know, and the problem here is that he could try and create a path here, but because the box collider that prevents him from penetrating through it is there, we need that because you can control it through joystick or keyboard, so we need that, which means that this bad boy is completely wrong at the moment. So what we'd have to do is sort of like figure out. Oh, let's see. Carve only stationary. If we turn that off, so maybe we can't actually adjust this. Yeah. Okay. Oh crap. That's not good. Excuse me. But if we turn it off, does it go away? Oh, I'm paused. Sorry, I'm paused. Let me. This may not be an issue. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. This is not a concern because it does work dynamically. Awesome. All right. As much bashing as I've been doing on Unity lately, I will give Unity credit for making that pretty sweet. Whoa. Interesting. All right. So I guess there is a minimum. That's fine. I'll drop it to 0. That's flat. And then offset it just a little bit. Yeah, so then all we do is we'd swap these values out when we do cutscene, and that one will be golden. Yep, no, okay, we do want that value. All right. So if I just grab that, got some values, good. So then we'll just drop this in the cutscene for this particular planter. There's what, 3 or 4 different planters in the scene, so each one's gonna be a different position. So these values will be different, but at least I have something to work off of. All right, and then, so if we, yeah. I gotta get used to the grayed out. I'm so conditioned for 2021. It's gonna take me a little while. All right, yeah. So if we click behind it, there it goes. He's kind of sticking on there a little bit, but, so if we click there, he is not getting stuck anymore. Let's do a better choice here. Let's see if I can get him. Ow. Stupid camera is being too dynamic. There you go. This is a good spot. How about here? There it is. And if I click right there, he dog legs around it. That's perfect. You see that? I mean, after seeing him, was he like there? There's the difference. You see how he just hung up on the debris pile, like brutally there. But there. This is what we need to go around the object stuff. Perfect. Another note, not anyone's really going to notice it, but yeah, if you remember I had the dynamic IK leg stuff, and, you know, we talked about it, and I never could find out from the developer, and I never could figure out myself how to fix, for example, over here, like, oh, he's going to get stuck, isn't he? Okay, I'll do it by keyboard. There. Come on. Let's make this. There you go. If you remember yesterday when he would stand on like the pile like this, remember that the foot would just be like bent, you know, completely like straight up in the air painfully. I gave up. I threw in the towel. So the only thing that's kind of, and this is nitpicky, is like if he walks down here, well, too far. When he comes to a stop, see, his foot like rests up in the air. That's the worst thing about it. So I've accepted the fact that it's better to have the legs not do the jitter and have the feet kind of bend awkwardly. And, you know, in exchange, I have to accept the fact that every now and then, like the foot going up, you can see when it comes to stop, the foot kind of goes into the floor just a little bit. But suspension of disbelief. If that destroys your gaming experience, then don't play the game. Yeah, I'm such a great businessman. I know. Okay, so this planter is looking good. Let's test to make sure that this whole change the nav mesh obstacle dynamically is viable as well. First question mark is, can we get to it just by name? I don't know. Let's find out. Alright, the nav mesh annoys me. It's distracting. I'll turn it back on when I need it. And it's kind of strange. I don't know, there's a scaling issue? No, these are all scaled to 1.5. So I don't know why the nav mesh obstacle collider is so disproportionately shaped compared to the trigger and the collider. That's kind of peculiar, but don't know. It works. That's all I care about. It works. It freaking works right out of the box. So we're good. All right, so let's go to our cutscenes. Like so. And I think this is planter 1. Should be. Yes. And where's our, don't they start our script? Oh, I'm going to set piece. Come on, pay attention, dude. Exterior. There we go. Lift up planter 1. That's what we want. Brain fart there for a second. All right. Click on this bad boy, and of course this comes from a parent. So, oh, this guy. There we go. And we go, if this is, do we not? I thought we had, huh. Interesting. I thought I had something in here. It must be one of the other ones. Debris. I have one that says if it's equal to this one. I think I should be able to do it by name. Yeah, because each one of these is going to have a different position. All right. So we go switch. Game object name. Why do you hate it? Okay, good. You don't hate it. Case. In this case, we are planter 1. All right. And let's see if we can add that bad boy. Serialized field required. What did I say it was? Nav mesh obstacle? That sounds right. All right, fingers crossed. Nav mesh obstacle. Nope. Okay, we're not gonna no, we're not gonna get it that way. All right, so how do we do this? Once again, not a programmer. Do I play one on streaming? I'm not a programmer. All right, so let's see if we can figure out who the heck he is and how we access him. Nav mesh obstacle. Let's go ahead and you're not gonna let me edit the script, are you? Jerk. Properties? No. Property just gives me the property values there. That's not gonna help. Nav mesh obstacle. That does nothing for us. Okay. So let's see. That's not gonna help. Okay, when in doubt, ask the all-knowing Google Oracle. Unity alter nav mesh obstacle, can't type, at runtime. And you get a whole bunch of videos that have nothing to do with it. Update nav mesh at runtime. That's adding nav. Yeah, all right. Is there any code in here? No, just a. Wait. Here we go. Lucini, what's going on, man? Welcome. How are things? Just trying to make a little headway. Let's see. Find object nav mesh surface. Nav mesh. Okay, so maybe we can get to it that way. It is the terrain. But we want this. So, no, that's not actually going to help. I mean, it's like, there are the values. Right there. Doing good, good. Glad to hear it. I'm just trying to figure out how to reach this bad boy through script. And he's just staring at me. And unfortunately, I don't see anyone offering to when the checking. You can use this package, runtime nav mesh. What? Really? You gotta buy it? All right. So what I'm trying to do is dynamically adjust. Let's see, if carve only stationary. So if we, let's try that. Maybe if I turn the only stationary, maybe it will dynamically move. And I don't want this maximized. All right. Because I want to see this, and I need to turn this back on. There it is. All right, so that's him. Let's go over here. All right, and that's weird. Why am I seeing it? That's peculiar. Do you notice that in the cutscene? The we saw it here, but not here. There's, how is that even possible? Is something about the layers that's occluding it from the camera? Uh-oh. Okay, I'll have to check that. Because I just assumed that I moved it around, and the cutscene version of the planter, as it chugs along, was just sort of like throwing itself into the stratosphere or something like that. But no, it was actually there in the scene view. Okay, crap. What I was hoping for was the fact that since I had the carve only stationary, that this would actually move with it, and it didn't. I guess I'm curious. If I change the, if I scale this, does it affect it? It moves it, but it doesn't. Oh, it does kind of scale it, doesn't it? I mean, what I'm thinking here is I could move the nav mesh obstacle to just a blind object underneath the planter group, and move that so it slides underneath it. I mean, it's a cheat, but I think that would work, don't you think? It's better than me trying to chase down nav mesh obstacle through code, since I don't see an easy way to reach it. So I think we'll go that approach. Lucini, you approve? Or are you guys already off to watch other TV shows that I haven't seen? I've just been catching up on Ted Lasso lately. Season 3. Yes, I'm that far behind. Alright, so let's try that. So we're going to borrow his values and move him. Yeah, it's so good. 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's funny. I think I came in for Season 3 with lower expectations, because it seemed like people were kind of going, oh, they really dropped the ball or whatever, but I don't know what the heck they're talking about. I'm 6-7 episodes in, almost to the end. Bummer. And I think it's fantastic again, so I will just agree to disagree with those individuals. All right, so create it empty. He's at origin, so he's right there. That's cool. All right, and then what we'll want to do is take this bad boy. Whoops. Now, if we copy this, turn them off, and put it on here. Oops, here. And it should be in the exact same spot as it is. Awesome. Okay. So we'll call it, all these objects are going to have this, that move. So we'll call it nav mesh hole, like so. And now in theory, yeah, awesome. If we do that, and then if we scale it, it kind of scales. I'm more interested in the moving anyway, so yeah, 10 out of 10 start to finish. Awesome. I totally agree. All right, so that's golden. So let's go ahead and figure out our values. I'm going to close these values. That's no longer helpful. Whoa. Oops, wrong button. Yeah. Okay, that's not me. You saw the planter there, and it's not there. All right. Oh, that's my next topic. I'll figure that out here in a second. One crisis at a time. All right. So nav mesh. So all we need to do is slide this over like this, and it doesn't matter if it's a little bit oversized. Like so. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it kind of snaps, but I think that it should be good enough. Sweet. All we got to do is move it a little bit on the Z, and we're good to go. I could try, see if it lets me do a 0.1. Yeah, it's because the nav mesh I think is on a grid basis, so negative 0.2. Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna get that granular. Yeah, I shouldn't care. I guess my thing is I do not want him to get hooked on the edges there. But you know what? Here, we could do it this way. Oh, come on. I don't mind it being too large. That just means he'll walk further around it. My concern is that if it's the hole is too small, he might hook on an edge and get stuck, and do this thing, which is, I hate that. So there's a legitimate reason. All right, and unfortunately, yeah, it's a 0.02. It's not gonna be, yeah. Yeah, so it's an either or kind of situation. All right, I will let this go. Almost. Okay, fine. I'll leave it there. I'll stop playing. Oh, wait, I can't do that. Actually, I can't mess with the box, can I? Let me kill that because this is pointless. I can't get those values. I was screwing with that. Okay, yeah, it's the scale up here that I can only mess with. Like so. Yes, LinkedIn is telling me they have a job for me as a UI engineer. Oh, that sounds like, oh, they got me pegged, man. They know exactly who I am not. Yeah, okay, so, actually, I think I got it worse. Okay, I'm going to stop playing. I said I was going to stop playing with it. There. See? Done. Let me grab those values. All right. So, good. Okay, nav mesh didn't change. Okay, I was just making sure that I didn't mess with those values. So then somewhere in here, oh yeah, we just need nav mesh. Just game object. And we only have to do this for objects that move and like radically change their position, like the tables. So these are going to be unusual cases. Let's see. Nav mesh hole. Right? And then down here we say if it's planter 1, we say really nav mesh hole transform local position equals new vector 3. It's only on the Z. So do I have DoTween in here? No, I don't. Okay, fine. I'm not going to add it just for this then. All right. And then 0.785. Done. Done. If my phone would behave. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, now I'm done with my phone. Sorry, distracted. Okay, so, and then, do I mess with the scale or not? Yeah, I do. That's the whole, yeah, so the X. So, we'll borrow that, just because I typed so poorly. Local scale. All right. Or is it just scale? No, local scale. That's what I thought I typed. What did I say? It's 1.39, and these are still 1. All right, let's wire it up, and let's see if that works. So I'm just going to enjoy the music while it's building. There we go. Okay. Let's go back to the cutscene. This is Planter 1. You know what? Actually, I forgot that I have it for individual ones, so I don't have to do the if then else. I should be able to just do this way. This will be cleaner. Because I have to do this anyway, so we'll say equals new, and then this will be a variable. Serialize field required. Really gotta learn to type. It's a vector 3. Nav mesh position. Yeah. So this is cool. So this will simplify. We don't have to worry about the switch and do I have the name stuff correct and all that kind of thing. So nav mesh scale. And I'm gonna save this in case I close. I closed my data, so I want to keep this here anyways. So equals position, and this gotta be mesh scale, and we're done. Yes. Okay. So now we'll just drag and drop that bad boy there. Actually, I should be able to search because there's literally only one nav mesh hole currently. One object with that name, that is. Ta-da. Alright, so then let's move this over so I can see. Oh, it's not going to matter, is it? It's just going to go away anyways. So I'll do it this way. 1.39. And those are 1. Alright. So let's see if this behaves. And then if it does, then we'll tackle to figure out why the cutscene version is missing there. Yep, it's already in place. Check it out. Sweet. So now he's going around it. If we obviously didn't move it, then he would just get stuck on the box collider that keeps that from going. You know, for like here, right? This, you know, I'm controlling it by keyboard right now, you know, and I need the box collider that keeps him from running through it, but I need that hole to move so the nav mesh doesn't screw up. But check it out. Yeah, it's behaving much better. Much better than yesterday when I had the duplicate nav meshes and I couldn't click through the object. Yeah, that was sucking. All right. So we've done that. So let's figure out why the heck the planter in the cutscene is not visible. So what are we calling this? It's called a set piece. It's a set piece as well, so huh. Alright, what are we missing here? Alright, I'm gonna do that. Alright, we see it here, but not there. That's disturbing. If I switch to default, yes to children. You know what? Fine. I'll leave it as default because set piece is just the. I don't know why it wouldn't be visible, but okay. Set piece is only designed to allow us to click through the object and click behind it. But because this is the cutscene version of it, who cares? We're not going to click on it anyway, so we're going to switch that to default. Yes, for everybody. And let's see if I have to do that for everyone. Yeah, I'm going to do that for all these guys as well. There. Switch them back to default. Alright. So I think we just fixed all that. I'm feeling so confident. I'm going full screen. All right. Whoops. Yeah, I gotta make it so the cursor stays visible. I have to do that little cheat where I kind of like go from into the menu and back. But yeah, check it out. He is doing exactly what I wanted him to do. Nice. Yeah, I might actually start playing the game more with the mouse anyways, just because this is kind of convenient, you know, just since I'm easier to click on. Oh, now here's the example too. If there. All right. Yeah, there's no nav mesh here, obviously, but how was I able to click through him? Did I already set him up as a set piece? I did. Okay, good. Because I set his layer to set piece, then raycasts go right through him. Awesome. I just need to make a nav mesh hole so he doesn't get stuck on him. There you go. Success. All right. Should I move on to the other planters, or should I mess with our B9 robot there? I guess it doesn't matter. Gotta do all of them anyways. You know what? Let's tackle this because this tree's been annoying me anyways. He's a set piece now, but let's do this. Let's go ahead and add obstacle. So, should I go to the trouble of, yeah. No, I was gonna say, do I have to go to the trouble of making a capsule? But since it is a nav mesh navigation, I think box is fine because it's not going to hang. It's just going to go around it anyways. I think that makes sense, yes? Whoa, that's huge. All right. 2 cheeks on my arm. All right, so let's shrink this down. Okay, that's more than I thought it'd be. Oh, that's because, oh. The Y. Okay, that's why. 0.1, 0.1. Ain't got nobody. Okay. I think that's good enough. It'd be nice if I could get it tighter than that, but I don't think I can. Yeah, whoops. I mean, I could try and put it on a separate object and shrink it. We'll try that. It's just, I don't know if that's going to be obnoxious. Okay, if I go cylinder, capsule, really? Radius is 0.1. Really? Wow. So if you drop radius, it just becomes a box. Okay. Gonna leave it at 2. I guess that's good enough. What do you think? Just leave it like that and just be happy? Alright. We'll test that as well. Don't know why it wouldn't work. There you go. So we'll click on the other side like that. Yeah, he kind of runs into it a little bit, but he stops. Yeah, but he's not getting stuck. He's definitely going around it, which is what we need. Yeah, it's a minor little bump, but you know, come on, it is a video game. It's not a reality simulator. So we click over here. That's great. Moving on. That's awesome. Yeah, it's actually coming on together faster than I thought it would. Now that I finally have a handle on how this stupid thing works. The next big thing to tackle, I guess I can move on to that, because I don't know, just sitting here going one after the other, because there's nothing new. This is just going to be redundant. So I might do this outside of this just so you guys don't get too bored. Unless you're already all asleep, then I'll just keep pushing on. Lucchini's quiet. If Lucchini's quiet, that means everyone's falling asleep. Let's see. I think that's okay to navigate. I'm curious if I click on that giant top part right here. Not right there. Right here. Okay, no, it's fine. He's sliding down. You like that? Wait, turn around, dude. Come on. Let's see you slide. Chung 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 chung. All right, we might need to work on that track. I need it to be kind of slippery, so you know, he doesn't get stuck. If I turn the friction up too high, then if you're running up like this, then he'll get stuck. But at the same time, it's kind of funny watching him just kind of slide down. I mean, that's realistic. You know, that's realism right there. You know, if you're gonna stand on soft dirt at a sharp angle, you're gonna slide down. So there you go. I think we're making a reality. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. All right. I guess the next thing would be to go ahead and implement. Oops. Yeah, it is working nicely with the click on the button there. I'm also thinking about, now that I have these, which is the look and the grab, visible on this, I'm kind of thinking I might transfer that over to using the joystick or the keyboard as well. I mean, it's just nice to have the reminder right there in your face. I think before I had like all four, and it was just sort of like, you know, kind of. But then if it's the joystick or the keyboard, I do need the back. So maybe not. Because if I do it with the mouse, anytime you mouse off of it, you know what? No, but if I have all three, if I have look, interact, back, and I still have the guys down here if you need to go to inventory. Although for inventory, you could just use the mouse up like that. All right. I guess that's something to consider later on. I'm just sort of talking out loud just while I'm thinking there. Thinking out loud. Talking out loud. There you go. Wait, this isn't my internal voice? You guys can hear me? Oh, that's freaky. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's drop into our InGUI stuff. I'm going to compress all this to make it easier to pick. Right here. Done. Up. There we go. And if memory serves, this isn't too easy to select. We'll see if it behaves today. Yeah, so no, I'm way off. 2D, alright. I think it's this. Yeah, cool. Okay. You know, if I try and click, yeah, it's going to click away. So I'll just stop trying to click on it and just get to it this way. Look button. Alright. So the reset to beginning. Alright, so then we could just do a call for play the cutscene. I think. Yeah. Depending on where it is. Oh shoot. Yeah, we got to figure out where we are. Duh. Excuse me. Because this could be on any object, and this is the button is just general. So I can't just say, hey, to the planter, lift the planter up cutscene, because I could be anywhere else. I guess we'll need to look at the contact. I think we just need to call a interact. I don't know if it finds it itself or if we have to feed that. Let's find out. Alright, we'll type in Aftermath. Switch this just to our scripts, and it is interact request. Alright, and then if we fire that off when you say handle, yeah, shoot, we do need to actually feed it. That complicates things. Let's see, there's a way to find the current contact, but I have no memory of what that code is to find it directly. So, how do I do this? Contact. We're feeding it, so it's not like it has it globally. Alright, and I assume this is probably coming off of the player Aftermath script. Let's see. See if I can cheat and find it this way. That kind of works. Okay, no, that's just Monitoring input. Alright, and that's just feeding it. Do gameplay and logic. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Maybe we can get it for the game controller? Maybe? Let's try that. Let's do it for, that would be Aftermath scene, right? Aftermath level, rather. Alright. So maybe if we just do a call to this bad boy, and then we can see where we have interact. We have nothing for interact. Handle? Is there, oops. Alright, and no, it's probably going to be input. Once again, say it before, I'll say it again. This is what happens when an animator tries to mess with the code. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Aftermath. Back to our scripts. So I'm thinking interact. Look. Let's see, let's come at this another way. Does it play cutscene? Yeah. So if we let's see. Let me think. Because we haven't established. Crap. Let me see if there's any better examples that are outside. Nope, they're all in there. Okay, crap. So what we need to do is try and figure out where the heck we are. I'm gonna just try this. Okay, this is wacky, but just bear with me. We go public void. Where are we? So I'm at least gonna go from wait, why are you hating that? Invalid. What? It's a public void. Why do you care? Such as they feel. Okay, where are we? That already exists? Where are we now? No, it's still complaining. Am I outside of everything? I should still be inside. Yeah. I should be good here. So why are you complaining? Okay, we were. I guess we're outside of something. All right. So if anyone know a shortcut to get to the bottom here? Yeah, we'll just drag and drop. There it is. Okay, so I was outside of that. That's why. All right, where are we now? All right. So if we come back. Oh, that's right. The button. We can actually go directly to it. That's kind of slick. NGUI for the win. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to just point straight to that thing. Oh, I got it. There it is. It just came to me. I got it. Because we have access to whatever's on here. So that'll be our switch. So that'll tell us exactly where we are, and it'll run the right cutscene. Booyah. That's it. Check it out. I think. Or I could be totally wrong. It's a 50-50. We could, my track record says it's about a 50-50. Okay, so GUI click test was nice, but I don't think we need him anymore. But I'll leave him attached just for the heck of it. So on finish, let's see, play tween on finish. I think with God, it's been so long since I've done a GUI button. I can't remember if I put it under the play tween or if I put it under the tween scale. I think I put it under play tween, unfinished. Yeah. All right. So then here's what we do. We drag this bad boy, throw him in here, and we dig around, and we say, oh yeah. So let's come back before this. We go string contact. Are you going to be okay with that? Or are you going to complain that contact already exists? No. Good. Okay. So now we come back here. Now we just have to dig through an endless, giant, humongous list, probably. We'll find it. A little Al Jarreau playing in my ear right now. Wish I could share it. All right. All right. So where the heck is it? Dialogue. No, it should. Really? Yeah, aftermath level. So that's where we should have been looking. Installers, aftermath level. There it is. Wow, that is buried. All right. Now we just got to find, where are we now? And here, this is the slick part. This is where we take this bad boy, info text, and we go UI label text. I still gotta watch the newest episode of Sugar. I'll just be craving more. Oh, yeah, that's good. Are they releasing it like one after the other, or have you just not quite caught up yet? I'm not sure how. I think I like it when they just release them all, you know. Yeah, weekly. Yeah, my problem is because I'm old and I drink too much diet soda. So a week later, I watch it, and unless they have a previously on, I have no clue. It depends on the show. Yeah, but it's just like It's like, wait, who's that? I have no memory of who that character is, and it's like my wife will go, "That's the main character." Oh. Yeah, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. Yeah, then you need a recap because there's so many storylines. Yeah, we were watching Old Man the Sea, and it's like, wait, who? We, paused it, came back. It was like, who's the dude? He's the old man. Where is he? He's in the sea. Yeah, lots of diet soda. Oh, you never need a recap. Oh, check you out. You're like, no. Photographic memory. Done. Okay. So, I'll leave this here because we're going to come over here. Whoops, too far. Come over here. There we go. Stop. There you go. Yeah, that's another thing we need to fix is the fact you can hover over it and click on the planter. So we do that. Oh, we got the hovering thing still going on. Let's see, did it say press false? Shoot, I don't see if it actually happened or not. Yeah, all the brain cells are devoted to just TVs and movies. Means I'm storing very useless information. Exactly, and legitimate, worthy information is just absolutely just being sifted out. Basically, yep. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and take this out of maximized. Let's go ahead and do this. So if we clear this. So do I see anything in here? It says planter, pressed true, stopped. Crap, it doesn't look like it's actually going there. It should be. Oh, because there's nothing for it to do. Unity's kind of going, it's not me, it's you, stupid. Messing with, and then, yeah, this is, I don't think I need to do this. I think we're fine, but I'm just going to go be methodical to make sure that I'm not being stupid on something else. But now we should see messing with, in this point, it should say table 1. Oh, no, it's just going to say planter, isn't it? Crap, that's not as helpful as I want it to be. Ew, I keep clicking the wrong place. Yeah, I definitely want to make that box clickable. So there you go. So if I clear all this and I go here, it should say somewhere in here, somewhere, hopefully. Yeah, messing with planter, not helpful. Crap. Duh, why would it say planter number 1? That's just kind of stupid. All right, so I need to figure out how do we crawl up higher? We don't. All right, but maybe we have the contact since we are in the aftermath level. Oh, you know what? Is it player contact? Damn it. He actually, my programmer told me. He goes, yeah, if you want the current contact, you just need to do this. And it's like, and then nothing. Contact. Current? No. No. Crap. I'm so close. I just gotta remember how to bring up the current contact. Contact info. Contact. Let me dig through here. You can do it. Yeah. As long as you've been watching me do this stuff, you don't mean that. You're just trying to be supportive. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you being supportive. Because you know totally well that this is a dicey chance here. Contains, copy to, ends with. Whoa. Equals. I have to stay right here. First. No. Fuchsia. I have no idea what contact fuchsia means. I'm just curious I gotta see it's like painted fuchsia. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's kind of cool. It'll paint the contact that color. Not helpful here, useless here, but contact get enumer get type index of insert is white space italic last length. Is it maybe first would give me the current? If there's a whole list. Let's see. Replace. Size split. Starts with substring. This. Yeah, that's an array, so that's no good. 2's not going to help. Try to bool. No. With index yellow yield. So if we do first. No. Alright. So what I got to figure out is how we're calling the interact. The handle. I'm never going to find it, but let's see if I can, you know what, let's do it this way. Let's do this, not entire solution, just scripts. There we go. Reset handle, that's not what I want. Bingo! That's it. User item handle. Handler, handle. No, that's not it. That's, it already knows. Handle use request. That requires, yeah, that requires you to tell it I'm just the input guy. Make this guy do business logic. Yeah, no, that's not it. I thought it was closer. Inspect request. No, I need something that returns the value. Okay. I'm lost. I use item handler, but that's still no. What I want to know is where you're getting the item data from. Inventory item data item. I want to know where item is coming from. It's being fed to it. That's useless. All right. Is this where you go? Yeah, I'm way over my head at this point. There's probably another way to come at it, but wish I could remember. I think we're gonna have to try that. Let's see. It's not inventory, it's contact, but how do I get it the freaking right contact? If we do match case, yeah, let's see, contact, interactable as contact. Yeah, interactable. So yeah, it's still being fed that. Gotta figure out how to get that interactable. Let's see, save data, interactable. I'm just determined now. I'm down the rabbit hole. I'm gonna freaking find how to do this. Or I'm just gonna like totally fail miserably. What are the odds? No, never tell me the odds. Interactable. Yeah, all of it is like telling it. Like, I already know the actor and I already know the item, but that's great. How did you know it? That's what I'm trying to find. And it's, I'm sure it's stupid. Oh, wait. Did I just find it? Tell me I just found it. All right, I'm in game controller, so I don't need that. I don't need that. Oh, baby, tell me I just came across it. Come on. That only took like 20 minutes to hunt down. Even if it's the right one. I don't know. Jury's still out. Let's find out. Okay, clear all that stuff. I gotta get rid of the hovering. I know that works now. Planter 1! Yes! Let's hear it for the animator. Yes. Bingo. That's it. I found the stupid thing. There it is. Player interaction target. Duh. How could you forget that? That's, you know, that rolls right off the tongue. All right, sweet. Now we know exactly who we're messing with, and now we know what cutscene to trigger. So I could, let's see. So I should be able to say that, do that held interact thing, but how are they doing that? I'm gonna do the bastardized version, and I'll let my programmer actually make it not crap. So, so instead of where are we now, it's like, I'll just call it trigger cutscene. And I'll say switch target. And I'll make sure that's to string. Target's probably a string anyways. It is not. Good. So it's good that I'm calling it a string. Case. Why did I tab it twice? So what did I say it was? Planter. Yeah, lowercase. Good. Planter 01. And then we say start cut scene. Yeah. No. Do it this way. Cutscenes. Really? Oh, is it cutscene? No, that's not it either. Okay. Really? That's not at all. Oh, I got match case on. No wonder. That's why it's complaining. All right. All right, so. Oh, play cutscene. There it is. That's what I was screwing up. Yeah. Play cutscene. Cutscene. Lift. Really? Oh, come on. That I was so close. What the heck? Cutscenes, plural. Okay, so it's this guy. I'll just copy paste because that's what we want anyways. All right. Yeah, I mean this I'm putting this in the wrong place. It can get relocated elsewhere later on. But or wait, I could find where this is called and put the request there, and that should work fine. No. Because there's a giant list of items, so we don't know which one we're calling. I take that back. Let's see, just 1 second. So if we say start cutscene. Okay, yeah, we'll do it the nice clean way. Like so. And yeah, this can get relegated elsewhere if need be, but for right now it's just easier to point to this. So planter 2 3, because I know these are all the same. 4, and all I'm trying to do is make the mouse click be able to trigger a cutscene for the first time. It already works with the keyboard, it already works with the gamepad, but integrating into the mouse would be kind of slick as well. So that way gamers get their total choice. Alright, so now we need to repoint this because he is no longer pointed at, where am I? What did I call that? Where am I at? I think that's what I said it was. Alright, can we stop this? There it is. Alright, so look button. And then, so now this should be, aftermath level, play cutscene. Sure, Hearthstone. Hearthstone, really? Hearthstone's still around? Okay. I didn't realize Hearthstone still had a pulse. Okay, so... And then what we need... Wait, do we need anything? Actually we don't need anything, do we? Because it's going to find it itself here. So we just say trigger cutscene. Like so. So the arg0 is about to go arg away. 20 minutes later after I finish this compiling. Alright. Oh, I was going to get rid of hovering, wasn't I? Because that's just kind of not a thing anymore. Yeah. That's going to be later on for hovering over the object, and it'll highlight. So I'm going to reverse myself. I talked about yesterday how the fact that I didn't want to have it where the player could be at one object, but then also mousing over another object, so you have like two objects like illuminated. But I think I might reverse that. I don't know. Still haven't decided yet. Maybe I have it where no. Okay, I'm still thinking on that. All right, so I still want this because I want, in case it gets through, prevent player from moving to background spot. It's won't happen often, but prevent oh, I'll just say here, do it this way, just in case, and we're good. Okay, that takes care of hovering. That cleans up the debug log we don't need there, because all I care about now is figuring out if this triggers the cutscene. Should. Oh shoot, I just did it wrong anyways. I'm putting the trigger cutscene on the look. That wasn't bright. That's fine. And it crashed and burned. Huh. Why did we crash and burn? It's still... Did I not save it? Oh, no. I sent it the wrong thing. I said play cutscene. That's not right. It's trigger cutscene. Because, yeah, play cutscene's totally wrong. We don't know what that is yet. So we need to find somewhere trigger cutscene. Duh. That was my mistake. Take two. Oh, we're already moving. He was just too still. Alright. I feel pretty confident here. Where are you going? And it did nothing. Well, crap. So much for feeling confident. Is it not resetting? Okay, there's like 3 different things that might be going wrong here. So, yeah, messing with should be showing up. Let's do this. Let's turn off his debug. Where is auto braking? Where the heck is it? Point click, clear target. Let's see. Events. Shoot. I talked about this yesterday, man. Malware's in its buried menus. Debug. Oh, right here. There it is. Console gizmos. There. That's weird. I think it was on by default. Alright. So that should make these stop popping up. Alright. I'm just going to move manually. There. Wow, and it did nothing. That's a step backwards for sure, because before at least it was going to that function, and now it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Trigger cutscene. Yeah. Alright, and then reset the beginning. Alright, so just for the fun of it, let's go ahead and remove this. Oh, yeah. Maybe not. Did I break something by unhover? No, that's fine. On press. Is it because the on press is intercepting? I think what we could do is, worst case, if we can't do it there, if it's stepping on the toes, then I can knock that out and just add it to the other part where it's doing the trigger cutscene request. But it is scary that it was actually doing it before and now it's sort of reverted back. When I did the where are we thing, it was actually showing the name. So I kind of get the feeling that I may have done something wrong with the naming on the function. There it is. I was right. So that's interesting. The press button thing was sort of superseding. And look at that. And we even got the got that back. So maybe if we do this on here as well. Whoops. Mesh hole cutscene has not been. Oh, okay. Fair enough. It was working for the most part, but I didn't actually. I talked about the fact that I wasn't gonna fix the other ones. I guess I should. Although they don't have the little object yet, do they? Okay, but that's fine. More importantly is the fact that we have. Let's go full screen. So we get over here. I need to like increase the size of the trigger box in this bad boy, I think, because it seems like you gotta get like really close before it triggers. Yeah, like here, it looks like he should be within range. So I think we'll amend that. Yeah, and then I need to make also a highlight here. So that'd be my next thing, is if you hover over it, it'll show a highlight. You click on it, and it'll move to a predetermined spot. But we do that. All right, so then I also want to do this. Oh shoot, we're not gonna have that, are we? I don't think I have, or maybe I do. I don't know if I have this in my other scripts. It's probably somewhere. No, I don't. Okay, that's literally the only spot. So crap. Might be able to just do a search. I'd hate to do a search for it that way, but let's see. Maybe if I do this as a late. All right, you know what? I'll leave that be for right now. I mean, all I'm worried about is the fact that, and this is getting kind of stupid. Okay, this is how nitpick I am at the moment. This is kind of stupid. What I'm mentally complaining about is this, is right here. There, do you see that? It's gone now, but like the little ring that popped up there, because it's like a remnant of the mouse click on that position. Yeah, I should just let that go. That's kind of stupid. Because yeah, he's not moving anywhere. It's not like he's taken off. Yeah, because he's cutscene version. So okay, let's go ahead and fix what we have broken, which is the fact that to begin with that's look, and it should be interact. So let's flip that over. All right. So this is backwards to begin with. All right, and then we're going to remove this. Yes. Interact button. Trigger cutscene. That's all good. Notify, don't care. SpongeBob Plush Universe. What happened to Save the Titanic? Fair question. All right. The short answer is it's gone for the moment. The long answer, there's the TLDR version. It's gone for the moment off of mobile. About your previous work. But SpongeBob, the context is this, is the fact that Apple and Android are constantly updating the requirements for the what the games have to have, right? And there's all kinds of things you have to adjust and fix. Now the problem, here's the rub, is the fact that Save the Titanic was written in the Unity game engine, but it was written so long ago that it was written with a now defunct language, which is called UnityScript, which is like a derivative of JavaScript. And the problem now is the fact that I've been nursing it all these years, and what happened was I was still able to make a build version of the game using a version that's literally like 8 or 9 years old of Unity. But I can't do that anymore because some of the requirements that Apple and Android now have don't exist in those older versions of Unity. And you go, well, that's fine, just upgrade. Yeah, there's the problem, is the fact that because UnityScript doesn't exist anymore, that means I have to update the code. And what that means is we have to literally rewrite the entire game from scratch. On top of that, also, a lot of the plugins that were used in the game don't even exist anymore. You know, I mean, it's one of those things that people will make plugins in Unity, and then after a couple of years, they don't make any money off of it, and they abandon it. So as a result, all those plugins have to be removed, find new plugins that work the exact same way, buy those, plug them in, and adjust the code for that. So long story short is the fact that it's not just a matter of just, rebuild it and ship it and be done with it. And it's unfortunately true of virtually all of our mobile games at this point. That's why basically all of our mobile games are not really accessible. What I'm hoping is the newer versions of Unity will have a proper WebGL version that will be playable on mobile. We've tested it, but right now we've had like mixed results. So if that happens, then we can just do a build version that lives on the web and it's accessible by PC, mobile, anything in essence. But as long as we have to go through the stores, we have to play by their rules. And as a result, it becomes brutal. I mean, it's unfortunate, but the fact that we're currently working on a new game on a much larger scale, and to stop down and go back to these older games that quite honestly don't generate revenue anymore. They haven't for quite some time. That's, it's a big ask because we're spending a lot of money to make no money, and so that unfortunately is the explanation of why Save the Titanic is currently unavailable, and I'm sorry about that. Technically not unavailable. If you're one of the lucky few that still have an older device that the game is still on there, then you still have access. There's some people that really love Poker with Bob, and they have an older device, and thankfully for them, they're still able to have access to that game as well. Those are the two big favorites that people still ask about. The other ones, no one cares. So, but at least 2 out of the 6 people still. That's a 33% average, which is better than a lot of other game companies out there that people still care about a third of the old games that you made a decade ago. So SpongeBob, sorry I don't have better news for you, but that is the explanation of what happened to Save the Titanic. There you go. You good? Okay, good. So you still have it on your old iPhone. I'm happy for you. You are a lot better off than other people that wish they still had it. But and I mean, I totally understand. I'm not complaining about Apple or Android because they're basically trying to protect you. They're trying to protect you from any apps that are outdated and that have vulnerabilities. So I understand why they do it, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's just sort of, difficulty for me. There we go. All right, so I just moved it over from Look over to that one. So all right, so then I should be able to do like a look request here, and then let's see if we do public void trigger look request. So yeah, if there comes a time in the future, that's completely misspelled, isn't it? There it is. Then I will happily tell everyone, I mean, the simplest solution, well, even then it's still not going to be simple because any version that has proper WebGL support will still not support UnityScript anymore. UnityScript has been dead for about 5 years now. Maybe, I don't know. Older you get, the faster years go. So it's at least 5 years ago since you've been able to use UnityScript. So that still doesn't change the fact that all those games would require a rewrite from the ground up, which is it's an undertaking. It's a significant undertaking combined with the replacing abandoned plugins that we're using. So there you go. Sorry for the bummer news. All right, so then we're gonna borrow this stuff. Like so. You should make a game about Jabba the Hutt from Star Wars in a cool way. I would love to. Unfortunately, there's this really scary company called Disney, which would have an army of soldiers that are exponentially scarier than any stormtrooper you've ever seen, called lawyers. And they would send me a very unpleasant cease and desist letter. And unfortunately, unlike stormtroopers, those lawyers are a lot more accurate at hunting you down and getting rid of you. What the point is the fact that that's all fully licensed, so you would not be able to do that unless you have a lot of money. No, SpongeBob, if you have a lot of money and you want to finance a licensing of Jabba the Hutt from Disney, dude, let's go. I'm ready. In this case, I am fortunate enough to have a license for an old TV show called Lost in Space from the 60s, and that is the game we're currently making. The difference is Star Wars is still exponentially popular today. Lost in Space from the 60s is an older title and not quite the fan base. So that is a license that we can actually afford to work with, and I'm also a personal fan of the show, which makes it a double win for me. So, yeah, I would love to do a fun Jabba the Hutt game, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. Unless you got, like I said, unless you have an in at Disney. If you got like if you have like a parent or relative that's like what, Bob Iger or whoever's in charge now. I think Bob's still there. Yeah. If you got Bob on speed dial, let's have that conversation. Absolutely. I'm on board. I will drop everything. I will even make Lucchini wait for me for a day, Okay, so trigger look request. So let's flip back over here and let's go back to our look. Where are we? Don't know why. Okay. Should say. Did I not save? I don't see it. It's not there. Trigger look request. That looks legit. I hit save because I have an error. That's why. Really? It looks legit to me. Why are you complaining? Oh, because there's one down there. My mistake. Alright, I got Jeff Lynne playing in me right now, whom I have the great fortune of going to see at the end of October. So there will be a gap in streaming when I head to Los Angeles to go watch the second to last show of one of my all-time personal favorite musicians. Sixth Row, baby. Sixth Row. Oh, gonna be so amazing. Anyways, just playing my ear. Sorry, I can't share. Alright, so let's try this again, and we should see trigger look request. And that should magically just work now. So if he comes over here, it's like so. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's try this again. Whoa, no, that is, okay, I hit look that time. Look button. Trigger look request. Oh, because I copy pasted. That was stupid. Yeah. So I need duh. I need to change this to look at versus trigger the cutscene. All right, so interact look request. Let's figure out how this works. All right, so I should be able to call it. click request. I don't know if there's a simple way to manually call this or not. I can bastardize it. And that's not going to happen. Okay. Yeah, that's all tucked away, all nice and hidden from lowly animators. So, yeah. I mean, I know this is where it gets called, but I don't know how to actually properly call that. Let's see. I mean, handle, just that's yeah, I don't get how that gets called. So we're close. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this as a temporary thing. Will's looking at, and then I'll just say it's redundant, but I'll just I'll do it this way. There, and I'll double check, and I think we're good there. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check something. All right, 1 moment. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was just doing a little check on something. No big deal. Where are you going? Where? I'm used to clicking on the screen just to make it the focus, and I gotta be careful of that because now he just takes off. So if you click here, it should say Will's looking at planter 1, and we're not blocking him anymore. We need to do that. So let's see. I just choked myself out there. I got it so excited. It's like, hey, I got an idea. We can do 2 different calls. Excuse me. Do it in here, but yeah, what are we gonna call? I could, you know what? I could delay it. If I just delay it a frame, then it's not gonna step on the toes. Let's see. Yeah. Just need it for a fraction of a second. Excuse me. All right, fixed update. That should be enough. And then take that out, and we'll start the coroutine of stop player. There. So now we're gonna get. Why are you complaining? Oh, such a nitpick. Okay, so now we should have that start. Yeah, that should prevent it from without stepping on the toes. So it'll still execute the cutscene, or it'll execute the look, and then it'll 1 frame later it will prevent Will from taking off. Maybe. Let's see if it does it. Get him into position. Click on this. It did it. Boom. All right. So yeah. So the problem with having it run instantly before was the fact that the stopping the player was stepping on the toes of the interaction. But now, there you go. We can see it's blocking it nicely. All right, and we press that one, and he lifts it up. Awesome. All right, I guess the next thing to try and tackle, which I've been dreading because I'm not quite sure how to do it, is being able... Do I have the lighting turned off? I do. No wonder it looks so ugly. All right, so the next thing is for the mouse to hover over an object and then highlight it as the active thing at the moment. So, yeah, that I've been pushing it off because I'm still back and forth on the idea of, do we have wheel contacting one object highlighted and the mouse highlighting another object, so you have two things that are at the moment kind of highlighted? That's the thing I'm not sure about. Let me think about it. All right, I will fill my drink up real quick and I will contemplate for a brief second. Let me go ahead and do this. And Lucchini knows the drill. If Lucchini is semi-listening, maybe he can give Penny a little attention. But yeah, give me a sec. I will be back in just a moment. Hang tight. All right, I'm back. Let's turn that stuff back off again. Oh, Killer Tofu! There he goes. He comes to the rescue. What's going on, Killer Tofu? How's life up there in the beautiful Summerlin landscape? Oh, that's cold. Yeah, you did. With a few minutes to spare. I'm having actually a disturbingly productive day. Lucchini has been distracted watching some stuff, so I've been able to get some work done. But there's been very little movie and television talk today. All right, so then I want to turn the hover stuff back on again. Unhover. Let's see. But I don't know what I'm hovering over, so that's going to be a problem. Just finished a bunch of work here, so now I can distract you. There you go. Yeah, and you got about 22 minutes to do it, too. Go to town. What's new and exciting, man? I'll distract myself. How about this? Yeah, I'll jump on the grenade myself. So, Las Vegas, where I'm happy enough to make my home, has now sort of opened up as many comedy clubs as most towns open up Subways and McDonald's. So yeah, there you go. See, I'm doing it myself. The poor man's Reno. Oh, yeah. You've never been to both either, have you? I've been to both. I'm home. Yeah, Reno is the world's biggest small town, or whatever they call themselves. Yeah, okay, moving on. It's the other way around. Okay. Yeah, I think it's like the what was it? The meth capital of the U.S. I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about that one. I don't want to get anyone too pissed off at me. It's that's it. What do you think, Reno? It's okay. I went out once for an interview back when I was still doing the VFX stuff, and then I had a company that invited me out, flew me out to have an interview, and then told me that they would offer me an animation job making animation for slot machines. Now, the downside is it was salary, which meant that you had to work whenever they told you to, and there would be times where you would be working long weeks, and you would be working weekends on crunches with no additional pay. And it's like, well, that's cool. Just as long as the pay merits it, I guess I could be on board. And then he told me what the job paid, and it's like, that's a fraction of what I'm getting paid in LA. It was nice meeting you. Thanks for the tour of Reno. I'm out. And that was the last time I was in Reno. That was, wow, that was at least 15 years ago. 15, 16 years ago. So, anyway. Yeah, I got to visit Reno for, what was it, a day. And, yeah, I mean, it's like, I guess the best way to describe Reno is sort of like Las Vegas 40 years ago, maybe? Yeah, give or take. But it gets cold in the wintertime. I mean, like, seriously cold. We get like the wussy cold. We get like the right at the 32 degrees, like right at freezing kind of stuff. Maybe 31 on a bad winter's day. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, a buddy of mine and I are gonna go visit a open mic comedy bar tonight. Just go see what that actually looks like in this town. They made fun of Reno in the Knuckles TV show, Sonic spinoff. Well, that's some low-hanging fruit right there. Yeah, I have no idea what it's gonna be like. I don't know. It's $5, so I figured it'd be kind of fun. I'm kind of idly curious if you go in there and it's a bunch of comics that have been doing it for years and years, and they're like polishing the material, or if it's just a bunch of like people with a bucket list that want to try this stuff out, and they do it once and never again. Quick question: was the music in Save the Titanic copyrighted? It was licensed. The music actually was licensed from Smart Music. Maybe it might have been. No, what was the name of the company? I can't remember. I mean, it literally has been what, like 11 years, 11, 12 years since I did it. But yeah, but yeah, it was fully licensed back in the day. Back then, you could just basically pay a chunk of money, and then you were allowed to use it within reason. Nowadays, I think they've sort of like changed the rules on that, so it's a little more precarious. But yeah, as long as jokes aren't haha woke people, am I right? Onchi pronouns guys, haha, am I right? Yeah, I don't think that would fly in Las Vegas anyways. I don't think that's, nuh-uh. I think there's certain states where you could do fine with that material, and I think there's other states where you better make sure that you have security escorting you out to your car. No, it really is not that kind of town. It is not. Especially, what did I see? In the last 3 years, we've had 138,000 people move from California into Las Vegas. So yeah, definitely not that kind of town. Definitely not. But yeah, it's amazing the fact that we literally have like 7, I don't know, I guess maybe between 7 and 10 different comedy clubs now, just here in Las Vegas. Doing a video where Patrick Star plays Save the Titanic. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know who Patrick Star is. With not that kind of town. What do you mean with not that kind of town? Oh, just, I mean, the town's much more open-minded. It's oh, got it. Really? You have a video with him actually playing the game? I would actually kind of like to see that. That's pretty cool. Wow. I'll tell my wife to a $10 date night. Yeah, it's Tuesday nights. Yeah, Killer Tofu. It's not a terribly long thing. It's 2 different locations. The one I'm going to is the one that's in Town Square. Yeah, Town Square. I have a childhood mall called Town Center, so that gets stuck in my head sometimes. But it's the Town Square one. It's a comedy club right there in the middle. So that means free parking in Las Vegas, which is getting to be a bigger rarity. I was shocked and amazed to see that the Stratosphere is actually charging for parking now. Really? Wow, really? Wow. That's yeah, that's brave. Yeah. Yeah, I think I mentioned before. I keep meaning to find the time to apply for a MGM Pearl credit card, so that way you get free parking at all the MGM sister lots. I kind of imagining you going, "We are not buying any food." Yeah, you walk in, and you go, "Yes, yeah, it's only $5, but just do understand that it is a 2 drink minimum." And they go, "Oh yeah, no problem. 2 waters, please." Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, if she's like up and down the strip. So then, actually, Killer Tofu, you might find that interesting too. I don't know if that's something you want to consider. I mean, you go to the trouble of opening a credit card and taking a ding on that, but if you just use the MGM card, um, yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great deal. My problem is the fact that I don't know. Did I talk about this here or somewhere else? If I'm repeating myself, I apologize. But yeah, back when I worked a million years ago, back in 2000. Jeez, that was like yeah, that was like 24 years ago. I was working at Sony ImageWorks, and years later they had that data breach, right? That's when they posted like all like the behind the scenes, all the commentary, all the stuff that people, the different managers were saying about each other. It was great stuff, but they also got a lot of the employees' information. So then they told us, and then they offered to pay for like credit monitoring. But to be safe, I locked all my credit reports, so that way nobody could open an account, that kind of thing. So now the problem is, if anyone wants, like me, wants to legitimately open a credit card, I have to like temporarily unlock the account. And there was like 3 different accounts, so I didn't know which one I have to unlock, and I have to lock it back. So, anyways, long story short, for me to get a credit card is a kind of a pain. You shop at Target, and I have T-Mobile. I'm not afraid of data leaks. Oh my god, that is the funniest thing I've heard all week. I'm stealing that. I'm gonna use that material. That's awesome. Oh god. And then yeah, and then wait, make it even funnier. Killer Tofu, and you always buy all of your gift cards from Target as well, right? I had that. I actually got a gift card and found out the hard way that a lot of those. This is a brilliant play. So a lot of those gift cards get stolen, so they take them home, right? These individual thieves, right? And they scratch off the little scratcher, write down the number, and then put the little sticker, a fake sticker, back on top of it, take it back to the store, and casually put it back on the shelf when no one's looking, right? Just snap it back in there. And then you go home and you just monitor all those accounts all day. And you just wait for one of them to cash it in, and you just grab the money and move it elsewhere. Uh, see your whole set on Tuesday. There it is. Uh-oh. I've unleashed a beast. I put a little part of the video on my YouTube page if you want to watch the small part where he plays the game. Yeah, I'd be up for that. Either if you want to, I don't know if you can post a link on YouTube for that or not, but oh yeah, I'll definitely jump on there after we wrap up here. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, SpongeBob, thanks for the heads up on that. That's too funny. That'll be my brush with greatness. But yeah, I got burned on that, and I found out the hard way that I gave the gift card to a family member, and they came back and they went, "Was there supposed to be money on here?" And it's like, "Yeah, you know." And then I called up Target, and they go, "Yeah, this happens. Yeah, we're aware." And then they maybe jumped through like a couple hoops, and they went, "Yeah, sorry, here's your money back," you know, and it got resolved. Oh, you that was you, Lucini? You actually found it? Okay. Since you posted it here, let's see what this is. Oh. Oh, unfortunately I can't unmute it because I got I have to have the YouTube open for chat. Oh wait, no, I can do it this way. Wait, I can get a little smart. How about this? If I mute this one and I unmute this one.
That's a good game. Alright, oh, cancel that. Thank you so much, though.
Yeah, no prob.
Yeah. Classic.
Wow. That's him. That's like.
Aw.
Look at that.
Gotta turn it in.
I'm
I
famous.
can put my wheel back on. I put my wheel back on. I put my wheel back on. Oh crap! I'm gonna save every single family, and they're not gonna die. They're not gonna. Come on, Patrick. That sucks. Let's go.
There you go. Well, we just doubled your views. Okay. SpongeBob Plush Universe. Thanks for the link there. There you go. I am now famous. SpongeBob has played. Patrick Star has now played. Save the Titanic. I have truly arrived. There it is. Wow. But yeah, Killer Tofu, I'll give you a heads up. I'll let you know after tonight if it's a hit or miss. You know, I mean, at this point, $5 to get a entry into the doorway in this day and age in Las Vegas. That's about as dirt cheap as you get. Apparently, it's called Bucket List, and the way it works is the people that want to go up on stage that are brave enough put their names in the bucket, and then they randomly pull it out, and then so you have to be there the whole time. And if your name gets called, you jump up on the stage. You got 3 minutes to embarrass yourself. All right. I guess what I need to figure out is on hover. If I can get any other information out of that, like on hover on like what I'm actually hovering over, is that on hover? It's saying it's not used, but it is actually. On a side note, I got an ultrasound today due to some pain. Yikes! Spleen is not going to explode. Congrats. It's still scary that you got some pain going on, man. Sorry to hear that. I mean, you're a youngin', man. You're not supposed to have pain yet. You're supposed to wait till you get to my age and then have extra lots of it. They warmed the gel? No, that takes all the fun out of it, man. You get that stuff on there and you kind of go, ooh, chile. Spleen can rupture anytime. That's, Lucini, thank you. That's exceptionally comforting. I expect it to be cold. Yeah. I've never heard him. Great. Let me check real quick if on hover is a Unity or if that's an NGUI thing. No, it's on mouse over. Okay, so it is an NGUI, but I don't know if it gives you any other additional information on what it's hovering over. Let's see, on hover. So we have documentation. Error not found, of course. If I do unhover. Can't find it. I mean, it doesn't happen randomly. Oh, okay. It seems like it can happen after you were hit in the stomach by something. Yikes. Okay. That's kind of scary. All right, so I'm just trying to see if I get any information. Search. How about this? On hover. Form activities. Yeah, finding this documentation is a bit of a challenge. UI kit. See if that gives us documentation. Documentation. Kind of. We got tutorials. Yeah, not so much. This is a waste of time, but yeah, I didn't think I'd find anything there. My spleen had not ruptured. Saw it with your own eyes. Oh, wow. Lucini's getting dark fast. Unless they're visual effects people, and they trick you into thinking that, no, it's actually fine. Here's the spleen. Wow. Lucini, are you making fun of our healthcare system just because we're sort of, 49th in the nation for healthcare quality in Nevada? I think we are. I think we're like 49th. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Unhover. Unhover is over. Controller, tip tool, anchor, set act now. Let's see. Yeah, so unhover is great to saying it's hovering over something, but it doesn't seem like it actually tells you what it's hovering over. I mean, I guess you could do a raycast, an additional raycast, just to see what it is. Yep, I know, you're just being funny. You know, just because he's spanking you in the score with Penny. Yeah. Oh, did I just say that? Alright, so I guess I could try and fall back to Unity on mouse over. And Lucini's like, oh, yeah, since... Oh, no! Oh, that's it. Now Lucini's really going to go to town. Don't normally see Karma come back that quickly, but wow, that was some seriously fast boomeranging right there for sure. Oh, that's good. Okay, so looking real quick here. I'll mouse over the game object with the... Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, so it works on a per object basis. So of course it's going to know. So interesting. I wonder if... Alright, so if as a simple test, mouse hover. So let's try this. Let's try one that actually has... Now the problem though is it's going to be like massive if I do it that one. So will unhover just detect a collider, or does it detect a trigger as well? And if it does do both, how do I exclude that? Mouse over. I'm alive. I'm mouse over. Mouse is over. Is over. Game object name. All right, we'll try that. Let's see if this gives me... Oh, crap, I'm maximized. Switch. Hurry, switch. Oh, it worked. Oh, I didn't hit play. That's why. Cool. I thought I did. All right, I'm alive. Sweet. So... Yeah, but it's not actually... Oh, it did. Oh, wait, it's... No, the hovering is for the GUI. Not for... Okay, that's not what I want. We know the GUI works. So I'm going to knock that back out again. I mean, I could do something... Wait. Maybe if I go radical... If I have a box collider that is triggered to only be contacted by the UI, that might actually be kind of cool. Let's try that real quick. So I think, what is it? Is it UI? Yeah, so if we do this, set piece, and then we just for the heck of it, we go create empty, mouse over. Yeah, why not? So we can change this to I'm alive, and then say maybe this works. If so, then we gotta work around. I swear I hit play that time. No, it's not doing crap. Oh, of course, because there's no collider. You're stupid. Because you're stupid. That's why it doesn't work. Why does it not work? Because you're a moron. Okay, good to know. Let's borrow the smaller one. Copy component. Let's see, paste component is new. Yeah, I double failed because I need to switch this to UI anyways. So I failed that one 2 different ways. Thank you, Lucini. Almost got there in time. All right. Let's see. So make this go like this, like that. You're like, you know what? I could fix it. I could tell him. I could fix that for him, or I could let him learn his lesson his own way. And you went with the latter, and I appreciate that because, you know, it was a good lesson for me to actually learn. And it's still not triggering it though. It says I'm alive, so it's actually there. So, oh, stop! Come back here. No, okay, that's not gonna fly. Which is strange because it is set up for UI. Mine, I do a raycast masked by tags on my interactable objects. Yeah, and I mean, what I was trying to do is piggyback it with my my GUI system, right? And just throw it on there, so that way I don't have to worry about the UI intercepting. I mean, as a fallback, I can do that, right? So if I just do it this way, if I could fall back to... I was just trying to be too clever by half, as they say. What's this, set piece? Yeah, and the problem is I can't use set piece because set piece is ignored by raycast. Oh, set piece is... Yeah. No. Yeah. I set to UI. So set that... Yeah, instead I can't because I need... I need the cursor to go through it, or do I? Maybe I don't. Let me try it with default. We'll say on mouse over. Mouse is over. So we'll see if this at least works. All right. See if I can get a victory here before we call it a day. And we are moving. No! Come back here, you jerk. Hey! Obey me. Alright, so no love. That's still not working for us. Yeah. Mouse over it, and that should, because I got a box collider, unless it needs to be a trigger. No, nothing still. Nothing. Alright. Yeah, I heard some people complaining that a mouse over doesn't always behave. Maybe NGUI unhover only works on canvas items? No, because no, because I did that before. What game did I do that on? Was it on Tribbles or was it? No. I think I used it on Volley Village, game from years back. So yeah, I think I mentioned before. NGUI was the guy who wrote NGUI also wrote most of UGUI before he and Unity split ways. So there's a lot of that bleeds into it, but it's still different enough. But no, it's totally viable to have a 3D object that you click on. I think I might have done it on the Tribbles main menu, or I did it in the Volley Village for selecting a 3D object, but just doing it through NGUI. So it is possible, but I just gotta remind myself. So it's gonna take a little more tinkering. I'll come up with it, but that'd be better anyways because I want that. Unless it's because, okay, one last thing. The other thing is because it's a child of this guy, the set piece. All right, so Box Collider. Let's switch him back to UI. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna copy, paste component as new, and I'm gonna make one a trigger just in case one of them is what it wants. And I'm also gonna move it, oops, up or over here, so that way, so I know it's not conflicting with that. So this is in GUI. Oh no, wait, it's not yet. Let me switch the script back to on hover. Oh, crap! Is that what I had? No wonder. Okay, I didn't have the command correct. We're not dead yet. Maybe. Maybe if we switch this back to default, it helps when you actually make the function names, oh, I don't know, correct. So we're going to switch them to default. Mouse over. And click right here just so we know we're active. There it is. Mouse is over mouse over. Mouse is over mouse over. That's, oh, that's actually what I called it. So it is correct. Sweet. Okay, so mouse over does work. Okay, so I can just do it without the GUI stuff. Okay, now the one final question is if I put over here, will it conflict with the other colliders? In theory, it shouldn't because we're on different layers. I can't focus. I can't change it to maximum, so. Yeah, and it does look like it's conflicting. So I think that might have been an issue before. So if we move this forward like so. Oops. That's weird. Now it's not working at all. There it is. So yeah, it really does not like having any other collider boxes in the proximity. It completely loses out. So I think I am going to try and switch and see if I can get the UGUI. So let's try this one last time with I'm sorry, in GUI. So let's switch that back to UI. Switch the code back to on hover. Nothing. Well, crap. Okay. I'll have to admit defeat here. So I guess I'll have to work with the on mouse over and just figure out how to make it behave. Although actually I guess it doesn't care. I don't care anymore if clicking through it, because if you're over it, you're clicking on that object anyways. So we might be able to just go with default and then switch set piece back off. I might as well call it set piece, but call it set piece, and then we'll take our raycast and take set piece off of the doomed list. No. Where'd it go? Right here. Set piece. And did I switch it back? On mouse over. Alright, so if we switch it to default. Huh. Wow. Okay, now we've totally lost. Unless we're like out of range? No. That sucks. It worked. I had it working, and I messed with it, and now I've broken it. That's what I get. I'm punished. Look at that. Alright, I'll have to keep digging. But, I mean, at least I'm on the right trail. It's just, I have to decide if I want to do the 3D object and then make that clickable versus using the in-GUI UI overlay to find it. I'll figure it out. Be one or the other. But I think that's enough. We're 10 after. Lucini's already gone to sleep or watching something. So I think it's about that time. That's for tomorrow. Okay, fair enough. All right. And I see a shadow under the door. Somebody is exceptionally good at telling time. All right, so for anyone, I got to do the obligatory plug. It is that time, as always. We are making a point-and-click adventure game, and we've licensed the 1960s TV show Lost in Space. It is currently available in demo form on both Steam and itch. Feel free to give it a try on there. Hope you like it. Exceptionally good at telling time. She had us waiting yesterday. That was because there's food involved. Okay? That's not fair. Bribery is very easy with dogs. So, you know, it's because my wife likes to eat lunch at 4 sometimes. Now, she has time challenges. So, anyways, yes, you can absolutely try out the demo there. It's a short demo, but it at least gives you a taste of what is coming in the full version of the game, which we're still working on. I am here Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 Pacific time. And hope you guys can come back and join me some other time. I know Killer Tofu and Lucini will bug me some more. Come up with more material to distract me with. Where are you guys at? Before I go, I'll do the quick check of the scoreboard. Oh, black screen of death. Wait for it. Wait for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's back. Maybe not. Uh-oh. Give it a second. No, give it a second. And... all right, you did break it. All right, in the meantime. Wow, normally... there it goes. Okay. That is... yeah. That is definitely the prolonged pause. Okay, here we go. Time for the Penny cameo. No! Oh. Mm-hmm. That was some slobber and lots of snot. Okay, well, it's that time. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I appreciate the company as always, and hope to see you all again real soon. Until then, you guys have yourselves a fantastic day, fantastic week, and hope to see you guys real soon. But until next time, there you go. Adios.